And us as Size Eyes in the Skies starts now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV. Broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa, this is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest running television show brings you the weather around the country, in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
And welcome back. I'm here with Corey Harguth.
Like you said in your open, very active around the country right now. We have winter storm watches starting to pop up. The last I saw, we were talking before the show, it may have been expanded a little bit, but I just know...
It covers pretty much the entire, central plains, doesn't it?
All I know of right now is far southeastern Minnesota, all the way up western Wisconsin, up towards Lake Superior on the Wisconsin side, and then...
So what kind of weather are we looking at?
I really haven't seen much because the models are not agreeing with each other right now by what I saw earlier this afternoon, but a couple inches here and there.
Of snow?
And otherwise, maybe a rain-snow mix, but otherwise, I'm not thinking much here for Ames. We'll let Rachel talk about that in a little bit. But
so it sounds like we got some rainy, snow mix going on, so we'll see what's
just enough to
that.
screw up the roads and make people have to learn how to drive in winter all over again.
Absolutely. It's such a disaster.
But then we go from that to tornadoes, believe it or not.
In
Down
Oklahoma,
around 3 o'clock this afternoon, they had a large tornado touchdown, and do we have that picture available? There it is.
Wow,
that
look at that.
is a monster. And it was reported in Tillman County, Oklahoma, about 3 miles south of Tipton, right around 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's still too early for them to get out and get a preliminary rating on this thing because there are still storms moving through. And I don't know if they'll even get out tomorrow because there is another shot of some severe storms in that area and off to the...
And a lot of people think that tornado season is only in the spring with May, but actually it goes all year. So this is just kind of proof
they can pop up whenever
that,
they feel like popping up.
Exactly, and that's Tornado Alley right there. So
yeah, right in the heart of it.
Yeah, because last time I checked, it looked like a Torcon 5 out of 10, which is a pretty good chance for...
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the damage, and hopefully it's nothing too serious down there. But
yeah, let's hope.
Other than that, that pretty much covers the central part of the country, and not really a whole lot going on throughout the rest. So
we'll watch this system as it develops overnight.
And we'll keep you up to date, and I'll let you know anything that I hear at the latest coming up in just a little bit.
All right, well, let's check on what's going on with Iowa with Rachel.
Thanks, Colleen. Fall and winter weather has finally came to Iowa. Since it is the middle of November already, we're looking at quite a bit of rain the next couple of days, maybe turning into snow. I don't know if people really want snow or not. I'm still kind of on the mix about it, but...
How much snow do you think might happen?
I don't know. Maybe 1 to 2 inches here in Ames, but even if that sticks on the ground.
I know the ground's been kind of warm lately with these temperatures.
But we'll find out more about that later. Why don't we go to the day planner? Alright, tonight at midnight we are looking at 41 degrees with rain moving into Ames. And tomorrow at 6 a.m., so if you have an early class, it will be raining with a high about 40 degrees with northeast winds of 12 to 17. So it's going to be a rainy, windy, and cold day tomorrow, so not very good. And at 3 p.m., it is actually going to get colder with a high of 37 and still more rain and those winds still blowing. So not looking like a very nice day at all tomorrow. You're sure to bundle up and have your umbrella and rain boots on.
I was going to say, it sounds like the rain boots need to come out.
Yes, exactly.
All right, well, coming up, we'll have your trivia questions, so stay tuned. And welcome back. Hope you're ready for the trivia question for the night. All right, here's the question. If you suffer from anemophobia, you are afraid of what? A, snow, B, rain, C, wind, or D, fog? Keep that question in mind as we'll have the answer coming up. But for now, let's go check out the national weather with Corey.
All right, thank you, Colleen. I know you've been wanting to get that question in for a while, and we finally got the graphics machine to do what it was supposed to. But let's switch over to some national weather here. Before we focus on this map here, lows are starting to drop down as we wake up in the morning. Just a few cities I looked at. Minneapolis woke up around 36 this morning, Seattle 39. And then it starts to get quite nice as you head down towards Miami. They're still sitting at 70 degrees for morning lows. I really wish we could have that back right now. But taking a look at our jet stream, we just got the trough out in the western part of the country, and then looks like possibly a ridge starting to form just out to our east. But otherwise, we don't really have a whole lot that we can really talk about the jet stream right now. Looking at your surface map, which we finally got to update properly. It's been, what, about 3 weeks now, I believe, since we had a updated map. But unfortunately, we had to throw this cloud with the snowflakes in there, as some parts of northern Iowa into southeast Minnesota and also parts of Wisconsin could see some snow moving into tomorrow. But then the other big story are the severe storms yet again tomorrow down in the southern half, or not exactly the southern half, but the southern portion of the country. So we'll have to see if we get anything severe coming out of those. And if we can move on, please, Sam. Taking a look at 6 to 10 day temperatures. Colder out to the west, especially once you get out into southeastern Oregon, into Nevada and California, and then pretty much the rest of the country staying warm. But that doesn't mean that we're really going to be able to avoid all of the snow. Taking a look at 6 to 10 day precipitation, most of the country staying wet, especially here in the upper Midwest as we look for that snow and that winter storm watch that has been issued for just to our north, and that could even extend our way a little bit as we move into tomorrow night and Wednesday, and then staying dry as you head down to the south. That's all I got. Colleen, back to you.
All right, well, thank you. It sounds like we have a very rainy outlook coming up for the week. But we're going to go to a break, so keep that trivia question in mind as we'll have the answer coming up. All right, do you know the answer to that trivia question? Here's the question one more time. If you suffer from anemophobia, you are afraid of what? A, snow, B, rain, C, wind, or D, fog? And the answer is wind. So, did you get it right? I don't think I would have guessed that, but who knows? All right, so now we're going to take it over to check out what's going on in Iowa with Rachel.
Thanks, Colleen. As we said, we are looking at rain in the forecast for the next couple days with that potential for snow, which means that winter is finally moving in. For the almanac today, we were looking at 54 as the high today and 34 as the low. So pretty around normal for now with our record at 77. That would have been beautiful. Right now, it is looking at 46 with rain starting to move into the state for this evening. But then in Ames, it is 39. Down in Pella, it's 41. And up in Storm Lake, 38. So looking like clear skies for now. But then we will be seeing that rain move into the state of Iowa soon. So we are looking at 40s down here. But then for those evening lows are going to start to creep into the state within the 30s. So might need a jacket tonight for sure. Tonight, that rain moves in with winds picking up 5 to 15 miles an hour with a low around 36 degrees. So it's going to be a cool one tonight. Along with tomorrow, still going to be wet and windy. Winds really picking up and just going to be rainy all day today. Not the most beautiful day with a high around 42 degrees. And looking at the 5-day forecast, we are looking at rain on Tuesday again. And Wednesday, we are looking at rain with a slight potential for snow in the morning. But then it's going to get a little better as the week continues with highs moving back into the 40s and 50s while lows continue to still be in the upper 30s to even 29 on Thursday night. So it's going to be a cool night for sure if you're out Thursday night.
I know we've had a couple of hard freezes over the past few weeks. I know Friday morning I was out fairly early and had to scrape a fairly good layer of ice off the car.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like fall might actually be here. We keep saying, is it here for sure? But I don't know. These temperatures look a bit more
I was thinking maybe we were just going to skip it and just let Old Man Winter take over. But
That could very well happen.
This weekend looks like it might get back to more fall temperatures a little bit, but sure not 60s or 70s anymore.
I mean, it's still a little early to even be talking about winter storm watches and that kind of thing.
Exactly, but
So, I mean, just looking at some of the counties that I have here that are in this now, of course, this could have been expanded since I updated this a couple hours ago, but Minnesota counties, Goodhue, Steele, Freeborn, Winona, Fillmore, Houston, Mauer, and all the way down to Olmsted, which is Rochester for anyone that knows Minnesota at all. Wisconsin, you got the La Crosse area, St. Croix,
about
Lincoln.
Iowa?
And then Iowa has a few, Kossuth, Worth, Humboldt, Wright, Hamilton, and Cerro Gordo, and there's a couple others on the list, and that could easily expand over the next day or two.
So maybe these places are your hometowns, or who knows, but you could see definitely a rainy, snowy mix.
I mean, I don't know how much we're actually going to get out of it. It might just end up being more of a slushy mess,
yeah.
which, like we said earlier, people have to learn how to drive all over again. I know you're not from the Midwest. Exactly.
Originally, but yes. So, Rachel, I hear today is a special day.
It is National Tongue Twister Day, so you said any tongue twisters today? I can't think of any right off
No,
my
I can't
head
either.
right now, but
Besides, like, Peter picked a...
type of pickled
Yeah,
peppers.
see, I can't even
Yeah,
say
sure, let's
it
go with
right. But, but yeah, so I
Just
like
something
this.
fun, spice up the day. Every day should have a holiday of
So
some
now
sort.
the trivia question you had, I was not expecting that to be your answer at all. I
The
was
wind?
expecting it to go with snow.
I kind
I
of
mean,
was
that's
too.
what we're kind of talking about.
I had to throw a surprise in there somehow, but yes, but the wind, so it'll be picking up. So if you don't like
Yeah,
the wind,
there we go.
I suggest you
I
stay
wonder
inside.
how people with
I don't know how they
how,
get by.
yeah, how you deal with having a phobia of the wind, like
Yeah.
especially living in Iowa. It's
Yeah.
like the windy state. So
I mean, look at Saturday, how windy it got.
Oh,
I know
it was very windy that day.
I didn't actually go to the game myself.
I didn't either, but for people who did, I heard it was very cold, very windy.
Yep, and the game in some ways was decided by some field positions,
Yes.
but I did hear it was maybe not the best game ever, but hey, it's a mark in the win column for
That's
Iowa
true.
State.
And, the football season, it's coming close to an end here. There's
It
only
is.
a few more games.
It
One more
is.
home game.
One more home game, and I believe the last game is December 3rd, give or take a
honestly
week or
don't
two.
know. Yeah.
it'll be a chilly game probably.
Yeah, more than likely, but it's Iowa. What can you expect?
I know.
That's true, but we have the crazy weather with tornadoes going on, snow raining mix. There's even a tropical system out in the Atlantic right now. I believe his name's Sean.
So that's where he is. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think it has any threat for the U.S., but it is another system out there, and it's kind of late in the season.
Yeah.
November to the tail end, maybe.
Yep, November 30th technically ends your hurricane season, so
And so there's still stuff out there. So, tornadoes, hurricanes, snow, rain, we seem to have the works here.
you never know what
Exactly.
we could get.
Yeah, the U.S. is just full of surprises for weather.
It is very much so, and we haven't even stepped into winter yet.
That's true.
Nope.
But I think we're going to have to conclude it for tonight. So thanks for joining us. I'm here with Rachel and Corey. So make sure you have your umbrella and have a good evening.